After 100 days trading on 5k live account, this gold robot makes nearly 10% a month. I've already requested $2,000 as a withdrawal, and what's even more unbelievable is that the drawdown is only 5.5%. I've honestly never seen this kind of performance, so let's see if this is realistically sustainable in the long term, or if we simply hit a lucky period, or have we found the best gold robot available out there. Here is my live account with IC markets, and this gold expert advisor is called the Gold Reaper. As you can see that there are plenty of trades that open and closed. Overall profit is $2,097. This is the second withdrawal I requested early this morning. Probably you've heard me hundreds of times saying that I withdraw every time I make 20% profit. Of course, you don't have to do it, but it's not a bad idea. The first withdrawal was earlier this year. If I go back to the account history, you'll see that it was on the 22nd of April. This expert advisor uses not one but 9 trading strategies inside. However, I'm trading just 7 of them. The 8th and the 9th are considered to be risky according to the vendor. The settings I'm using are pretty much the default with slight changes, and from the settings also you can adjust the max allowed total drawdown. If you want to trade this expert advisor on a prop firm, that's also possible. There is a section in the inputs and a few more useful settings, but after exchanging a couple of emails with the vendor, it was pretty easy to set it up. Now, before I share with you how this expert advisor works and what is the strategy behind, I have to tell you something important that my team shared with me. If you look at that picture, you will see that most of you watching my videos missed to subscribe. Guys, this is very important for me, for my team, and for algo trading space, so that we can keep testing new and new expert advisors, so you and everybody out there can see live results on our website, which I'll show in a second for that account. But if you just subscribe, this means the world to us. It gives us the energy, the motivation, it gives us the resources, so we can keep testing and trading more EAs on live accounts and share them with you. So thank you so much. So it was quite interesting for me to see how this expert advisor works and how it is possible that it's just so profitable in the last 100 days. And what I noticed is that it places pending orders. If I go to the trade tab, you will see that currently there are pending orders with all of the strategies. 1, 2, actually from strategy number 2 there is a sell stop and there is a buy stop. For the beginners, the buy stop is when we want to enter at a higher price, so the EA automatically places a pending order there. If the price goes there, it will just enter. And a sell stop is when it places a pending order below the current price and it will go short. So there are 2 pending orders from strategy number 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So all strategies place those pending orders, the green lines that you can see, and they are above recent highs, above recent lows, those so-called resistance and support levels. For example, right in here you can see that the price went down, it stopped in here, so this level became a support, and then it broke, and then it tested it again, so this level became a resistance, and it becomes an important level for the market. And that's where I think a couple of pending orders are placed. There are sell orders below. You can see that there is a sell stop. I assume that this is because there was a recent low a little bit earlier, so I'll go back to that recent low. If I scroll the chart a little bit earlier, normally at the beginning of the year, you will see that, yep, right in here at the beginning of February, after this drop, we have the support level and the strategy. One of the strategies plays the sell stop, so now if the price goes down, it will just sell automatically. These are the so-called breakout strategies, but in this EA there are 9 and I'm using 7 of them, which is just unbelievable that you can trade that automatically, and the EA places all of these trades automatically all the time, and you can see that there is no grit or martingale, no recovery trades, just fixed lot, and every strategy actually trades different lots, and we can see that so far strategy number 4 was the most profitable, followed by strategy number 7 and then strategy number 2, but all of them are profitable. There is no losing strategy, so I don't see a point of stopping one of them. Now I'll go to the live results and I'll go trading space and I will look for Gold Reaper, and I want to show you what is the bigger picture. It's a portfolio because it's trading multiple strategies. So here is the first withdrawal, here is the second withdrawal. If we go to the growth rate, we will see how the account grows over time if we neglect the withdrawals. So we can see that it's a typical scalping strategy. There was a little bit of a stagnation here, but just recently it's been very profitable, and you can see that it's been trading exactly for 100 days. Monthly return is 9.4%, but look at that, max floating loss is 5.56. that's probably the best return to drawdown ratio we have seen so far from live accounts from over 3 months. So the big question is that a lucky period that I started trading it, and how it's gonna perform in the future? Now the answer is in the back test. So I performed a back test right before recording this video, and if you look at the graph, you will see that it's been quite steadily going upwards. I started it from 2018, and the very important thing we do with my team is after we start trading live with an expert advisor and we see at least 3 months of performance, we backtest for the same period of time that we were trading in live to see if the backtest matches to the live account. Then we can depend on the bigger backtest that we are running for 5, 6, 7, 8 years or whatever period of time. But let's say we started live trading here and the performance is very different from the backtest, then we can't really depend on the backtest we see in the past. Now this is the complete backtest with the default inputs. You can see that the drawdown stays really low, 2.10% or $128 only, and we have history quality of 99%. So that's very important when you're backtesting expert advisors, and that is why you need to use regulated and trusted broker like IC. They are one of the biggest at the moment with a huge leverage, 1 to 1000. They offer thousands of tradable instruments. You can test the broker on a live or on a demo account, but for algo trading they are known to be one of the best because of their fast data centers where they execute millions of trades per day, and most of them are with expert advisors. Now let's have a look at the track record from the vendor. I started trading Gold Reaper via Easy Algos, so they have the deal with IC Markets that if we fund a live account with at least 5k, we get access to their EAs, and the vendor here is called Wim, very polite guy. I spoke to him a few times via email, and if the Gold Reaper keeps profiting like that, I'm planning to invite him for a podcast, so make sure you subscribe and you won't miss it. You can see that the growth on his track record pretty much matches to the back test, but unfortunately we don't have the live updates checked, so we can't depend 100% on this track record. If we look at the monthly performance, you can see that in 2026 it was between 1 and 18%. In 2025 we have 2 losing months, nearly 20% in April, and in 2024 we have 2 profitable and 1 month on a little loss. Also, the vendor has his own website where he's offering plenty of expert advisors, but I really like the most the gold expert advisors, and I'm currently trading the Gold Reaper. The Gold Trade Pro is also on a live account already. Let's find it in the results on Algo Trading Space. Here it is, Gold Trade Pro. We've been trading it just for 1 month and it makes 4%, drawdown of 6.74. So far it is profitable, but I want to see at least 3 months of live trading. The other two, the Gold Bot 1 and the Gold Phantom, are on demo accounts. One of them is profitable, the other one is on the break even, I believe. We checked yesterday, so we want to give it a little bit more time. However, if you join our VIP club, you will get access as well to all of our demo results, and you can be one of the first trading the new expert advisors we find, the profitable ones. So there are two options to get the expert advisors from the vendor's website, and they have put together a package with the 4 gold expert advisors. There is money back guarantee, or you could use easy algos, and once you fund an account with IC Markets, you can trade any of those expert advisors, and they are adding more every month. I'll leave all the links down below in the description, and just keep an eye on the results we have on the ATS platform, guys. I had a one-on-one call yesterday with a very young boy. He was just 18 or 19, and he was so passionate, he was so into algo trading, and he asked me when I started. I said, oh, 10 years after you. So if you are young, if you don't have funds to trade with, just keep an eye on the accounts, get used to monitor results, drawdowns, monthly returns, so when you have capital, when you are ready, you will know which expert advisors to trade. You will know how those top performers did in the last 2, 3, 5 years, and you can start comfortably. You will be much more informed compared to anybody who just buy expert advisor from the MQL and they don't know what they're getting. Our results are right there for everybody, publicly and transparently displayed on the Algo Trading Space platform, and of course all of that is possible because of you guys. So thank you so much for staying with me until the end of the video as well, and check out this video on my side because there is another portfolio coming from the easy algos, and I'm very close to withdrawing another $1,000 from there. Don't forget, I love you guys, trade safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.